Welcome, friends. Today, we are doing another first impressions video. Tremendous. That is right, my friends. Once again, I have returned to you, this time with another first impressions video. And today, we are continuing and indeed finishing our first impressions on the house of James Heeley. How fun. So the fragrances we have before us today are Iris Dinaway. What are you? Hippie Rose, Coco Bello, and Esprit Du Tigre. I haven't got my glasses on. So let us start, shall we? With Iris Dinaway. Now, this one has had quite a bit of the hype from people. When I talk to them about this brand, they say, "Have you tried Iris Dinaway?" I say, "No, not that I can think of, no." So here I am, finally trying it for all the world to see. Iris Dinaway, the seductive, delicate scent of Iris Absolute. Okay. Iris Absolute is one of the most noble ingredients in traditional perfumery. The warm, sensual, delicate scent is extracted not from the flower but from its root. Here, Iris Absolute is layered with notes of fresh violet, angelica, carrot seed, cedar, and grey amber. Rare, refined, sensual, and discreet, Iris Dinaway is a perfectly balanced composition of this elegant and exquisite floral theme. Male aspects are classical, literary, romantic, portrait of Dorian Gray. The female are sensual, delicate, creative, and individual. Angelica seed, ambrette, Iris Absolute, violet, carrot seed, grey amber, white cedar. Oh, it's very nice. I get the cedar, I get that papery, cedary thing. So when you get iris and cedar, it gives that kind of papery aspect. I'm getting a bit of the ambrette too. Getting a lot of the ambrette, something a little bit metallic in there, you know. Also getting the purpleness of the violet flower, you know. You get the iris and you get the violet, which is also a combination in Naomi Good says Iris Cendre. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. You get a purple vibe, you know? And if the picture on the website is anything to go by, this is slightly violet coloured juice. Indeed, it looks a little bit blue in the light there. How fun. Fresh, rich, creamy, thick. Something, it's got to be something a little bit sour, stopping it from becoming sweet. Like a very, something maybe a little bit balsamic. Maybe it's part of like the amber, the grey amber, ambergris. It's fresh, creamy, floral. Quite similar to Iris Cendre, which is a little thicker. I'll be honest, it's a little denser. This is much more floral. It's lighter, it's airier, it's clean, it's very clean, it's very nice. It's fresh. Drying down a little bit more now. It's definitely got that kind of rich plump kind of, I know what I'm thinking of, do you know, like marshmallow kind of texture underneath, but on top it's light and airy and fresh. I'll wear that on skin and see how it behaves. It's giving us a little bit of, it's giving me a little bit of L'Envol by Cartier. That airy, floral kind of aspect, you know? Lightness, all that kind of jazz. Okay. Next up, let us try Hippie Rose. Hippie Rose, I wonder if this is going to have any hippie in it. Doubtful. We will see. An air of freedom. The rising sun of a new carefree day. A warm wind filtering through the Californian desert. The perfumed air of a Himalayan temple. Waves of long, shining hair flicker over dust and sand and soft tanned skin. Freedom is not far. Against a rose-coloured sky of dusk we dream of love and peace and better days. Male, spiritual, free and wild, Jim Morrison. Female, a gorgeous Californian, Daria Halprin in Antonioni's Zabriskie Point. Italian bergamot, green moss, Bulgarian rose, patchouli, incense, amber, vetiver and musk. Fresh, juicy, zesty, a little bit green. Getting like that mossy kind of, like this kind of earth, floral, green kind of thing. Like a flower meadow with roses. A little bit of incense, something a little bit peppery, dry in there. Isoe Super, or something like it. Lots of that. I don't know, how much are you? How much are you? What is your price? Buy now. Bah, that's a lot of perfume. That's a lot of perfume for €145, you know. €145 for that. That is really nice. Very young. Very open. Fresh. A little bit green. A little bit of rose. Very well balanced. Very well rounded. Very well made. An excellent execution of a well-worn trope, a patchouli rose. And for €145, that's a fucking bargain, that. It's cheaper than like Sauvage, like for like, I think. The problem this has got is that I hold this against Rose de Jamal by Les Indomptables, and that, it doesn't blow it away because it's not a bad perfume, but the Rose de Jamal, if I was going to wear a rose, I'd wear that, or I'd wear Incense Rose by Tower. But for the money, this is fucking amazing. It's a little bit green, it's a little bit earthy, it's rosy. You could easily wear this as a man or a woman. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Lots of Isoe Super, lots of push, lots of air, clean. but still earthy, like clean earth, if you can imagine such a thing. Okay, I'll try that on skin as well, don't worry, and I will come back and report back about my findings. Next up, we have Coco Bello, or Palm, as it used to be called, or as it is called. Tropical Island Paradise, apparently. Tropical Island Paradise. Make sure we get plenty on there. Set along the shores of a sun-drenched island, fresh morning dew settles on green palm leaves. Light notes of Tahitian gardenia come and go with the rhythm of a transparent, silent sea. Beautiful and bronzed, a warm body bathed in coconuts stretches out over fine white sand, shaded by notes of Virginian cedarwood. Robinson's Crusoe's kicking it in the Caribbean is the male aspect, and the female aspect is a Brazilian bombshell walking back from the beach. Palm leaves, gardenia, fresh coconut, sea salt, bourbon vanilla, Virginia cedarwood, benzoin, sandalwood. So immediately I get cedar, like this green leaves kind of thing. Coconut, creamy coconut, like flesh. This sour green palm leaves kind of vibe. Like, I don't know what palm leaves smell like, but I imagine they're like all other leaves in that they're sour and green, filled with chlorophyll. Getting the vanilla, benzoin thing and the sandalwood, them three are three cheeks of the same arse. Getting that wood, that sandalwood, that Javanol sandalwood thing. Wood grain texture, dry wood grain texture that I get in some other things. I'm quite sensitive to that material. Not as coconut as I would have. When you first blast it, that's all you can smell is coconut, and then you get this sour greenness with this creamy coconut thing. It's a little bit jarring. I don't like this. I'm not a big one for coconut, you know. A little bit of sea salt. Again, it's tropical, it's fresh, it's creamy. It says tropical, but it feels typical. It's like typical tropical sort of fragrance, you know. And it's well executed, it's well done, it smells good, you know, it smells pleasing and all of that sort of thing. It's not bad. If you like the sound of those notes, you would really enjoy this, but this is the type of thing you've smelled a lot of times before. It's, what I will say is it's quite airy, it's quite light. It's uplifting. It's that kind of, it's like expansive, but it's not interesting. It's not something I'm particularly gonna carry on with. You know what I mean? That's not something I'm that interested in, to be honest. It's seen it done dozens of times, frankly. So, here we go, friends. Last but not least, Esprit Du Tigre travels to the Far East and beyond. Well, surely if you go to the Far East, you start coming back again. If you keep going, inspired by an ancient Chinese remedy of camphor, mint and spices, this scent contains a soothing energy. The clean top notes of wintergreen, camphor and peppermint evaporate to leave the underlying spice and woody notes of clove, cardamom, cinnamon and vetiver. Male aspect is agile and athletic, well-groomed. Female aspect... Female aspect is soft raven black hair, colourful, warm and radiant. Camphor, peppermint, spearmint, wintergreen, cardamom, clove, black pepper, vetiver and cinnamon. Massive amount of clove camphor at the beginning. Woof. Wow. Like fucking bleach it is. Jesus. No, doesn't smell like bleach. It just feels like it's fucking burning away anything that is alive or not nailed down. Very clovey, very dusty. Very, like the peppermint green thing and the camphor. Wow. Wow. Fuck. I kind of put that too close to my nose. That is insane. It's opened up my airwaves. My airways, like airwaves. It's like, whoa. That's blistering. It's so dry as well. That's dried out the back of my nose and the back of my throat straight away. Dusty, dry, spicy, a little bit green peppery, minty at the same time. It's like those sweets, mint clove sweets. Imagine you put like a peppermint sweet and a clove sweet in your mouth at the same time. Cinnamon as well, yeah, it's got that spice kind of thing. It's very much a lot of spice. Some greenness. This won't be going on skin. I don't like this at all. Jesus. Very winter spice. Very bracing. Bracing is the perfect word for that. My God. Wow. Okay, let's go back over these. Let's go back over these and see how they have... Holy shit. Iris du Nuit. Very pretty, very demure. What Lanier Smith used to call a cool blonde. White blonde hair with bright blue eyes, pale skin. Very nice. I'll try that on skin. Reminds us of Iris Sandra. Hippie Rose. Come on now. Hippie Rose smells like a lot of rose patchoulis. It smells a bit like Portrait of a Lady. It's got that, but it's not quite as earthy. I'll try this on skin as well, but it kind of feels like you've smelled this before. You know? But for the price, it's brilliant for the price. It really is. It's fantastic. Next up is... Who are you again? Coco Bello. Figgy, creamy figgy kind of vibe with sandalwood, wood, coconut, that sort of thing, you know? Very nice, very summery. Not for me. Not for me at all. Suntan lotion type of fragrance. And finally, Jesus. Oh, that is absolutely mental. That is like vintage cleaning product type of fragrance, that. Really, like, blindingly fucking, like, spicy. Whew, that is it, friends. This has been my James Heeley fragrance sample first impressions. I hope you have enjoyed it. I will be back soon with my final impressions, and I will see you all then. Bye.